Hello, my friend.
Hey, pal. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing well, actually. I got off that drug that was making me feel like I was dying, so I feel
Heroin?
better.
Good job.
Yeah, my heroin habit has been kicked. Yeah, I just threw away all my spoons, actually, and then it was easy after that.
Yeah, you can't do heroin with forks.
Nope.
Well, good for you.
Yeah, and it's getting nicer up here. It's like been in the 60s, which has been awesome.
Have you been enjoying any summertime or springtime activities that you'd had forgotten about, or what's another word that sounds like forgotten about but means something slightly different?
I don't know. Thought we're missing from my life.
I haven't heard any good hiking stories from you in a while. Did you go hiking this week?
Michelle and I just went for a walk. We haven't done as many hikes. No.
Now, what separates a hike from a walk, Jarrod?
It's a great question. Location, maybe?
Like
But we did just
Proximity
go.
to your house?
That's probably true, yeah. But if I went to like a place with sidewalks, I'd be like, oh, I'm just going on a walk if it wasn't near my house. But if I was
So if
going
there's a
somewhere,
trail involved.
yeah. But I walked here on a trail, but I called it a walk.
How about a
Like-
beach? I walk on the beach a lot, but I say walk.
Interesting. Yeah, I
'Cause
don't
you don't
wouldn't
really-
call
I
that
think-
a hike either.
I think I associate hiking with at least a little bit of a change in altitude.
Yeah, there's some parkour going on as well.
Yeah.
Like you're going off stumps and
Yeah.
jumping over rivers, and you got to check yourself for ticks after.
There was a cool spot in Maryland. I used to like to take my dog hiking. You could walk right. It was a trail that went along a river to a water. It was a waterfall that was from a what's the municipal water source? What's it called?
Chesapeake Bay?
No. I just mean the for a town to have a water supply. The lake thing is called a reservoir. It was a waterfall off of a reservoir, and it created a little river thing. And me and my doggy used to go hiking on it, and I liked it.
I think we should.
I had sex on that trail once.
Whoa, with your dog? That's weird.
It was weird, but
To admit on the show.
he made the first move. No, not with my dog. I'm not a what's that called? Zoophile?
Dogophile?
No, was with a lady friend.
Wow, that's bold.
It wasn't me. For all the weird things that I've ever done in my life.
Wasn't you? You weren't there?
Well, no. I mean, for all the
You didn't
weird,
initiate it. So you're just walking down the trail, like a public trail, and then right in the middle of the trail, or you go off the side a little bit?
kinda,
Like,
yeah, off to the side. I don't know if I even completed the task. Let's say.
Interesting. Yeah, I would be a little nervous.
Yeah, I think I was kind of like, let's wait till we get back home.
Then you get like poison ivy. That's like if you do it on the beach, it always seems cooler than it ends up with like sand all over yourself.
Yeah,
and
I've done that too. Same thing. I didn't really initiate it. Yeah, on a lifeguard stand once.
oh wow!
It was cool. That was one of the better ones in my life.
While the lifeguard was there.
Yeah, it was the middle of the day. The people were freaking out. Yeah, remember the scene in Jaws when everybody comes screaming out of the water? It was a lot.
The guy's like, I have to
lot
watch
like
the
that.
beach right now. If
Could
you
you
guys
guys at
could
least
go.
move to the back of the lifeguard stand, not do it?
I might have to
facing the
save someone's
water?
life. Was it comfortable?
I mean, not to be too sexual or whatever, but do you like where the sex position where the lady's in front of you and you're behind her and she's leaning over a railing? Do you like that position?
Oh, so it was a large stand.
Oh yeah. You could. There could have been 6 different couples doing what we were doing. It was very big.
So it was one of those like house hut things.
Hey, you want me to Can I? Oh, here. Do you want to introduce the show? I don't think we've done it yet.
Oh yeah, we're here this weekend. Saturday afternoon in the mag room.
All around the world you can hear them. Hey, hey, hey! Talking about news and kind of funny stuff. Hey, hey, hey! Mag room, mag room, the mag room, the mag room.
Did you have a good week?
I had a good week, sure.
Anything interesting in your life?
Kind of. I wanted to show you a video of something that.
Oh, you said, you sent. I didn't open it.
Yeah, you can open it now if you want. A customer came in my store earlier this week, and her name is Robin, and she is one of my favorite. Probably, I mean, she could very easily, if I had sort of like a BCS style poll of who my favorite customers are, she would have been in the number one slot many times, you know.
That would be great if you had that, like every March, Customer Madness.
Customer Madness. That would
do
be
like
funny.
64 customers in every week. Like when somebody's sort of a dick to you, you're like, oh, you lost, I guess.
But she's awesome. She spends money. She does big stuff. She overnights things to Canada. But what she and her husband own a helicopter company. They do spray fertilizing for farms and stuff like that. But they also do this thing, and I sent you a video of it, called aerial side saw trimming. Have you ever heard of aerial side saw?
Say it fast.
Aerial side saw trimming.
There you go.
So what it is a helicopter flies in areas where like a forest will be growing, like trees will be growing close to power lines along a road, you know?
Okay.
So a helicopter flies above the electrical lines with a gigantic 20-foot long buzzsaw. Basically, it's a series of circular saws just spinning at like 48,000 mile RPMs, and they just fly slowly along the tree line and just chop all the branches off of these trees that are growing close to the power lines, to the electrical lines. And the videos, I just wanted to show it to you and see if you were as impressed by it as I am. I mean,
it sounds exceptionally dangerous.
Crazy dangerous, right?
Like
so that's
you're
what
flying
she was doing.
near power lines with a helicopter?
And that helicopter has a 20-foot long buzzsaw hanging underneath it. And when you watch the drivers of the helicopters, it's, you know, the thing's constantly correcting itself. You know, it doesn't.
Yeah, because there's a lot of spinning going on, right?
Yeah, and wind. I'm sure there's, you know, the wind moves the helicopter, I guess. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. And I just thought these videos were really impressive because this, like I said, it's literally, I think it's like 20 feet long, and it's got like 10 circular saw blades, each 2 feet in diameter, just whipping around. And you know, as soon as it hits a tree, a gigantic, like, you know, 500-pound limb gets just snapped off, like as if you were cutting your hair with clippers, you know.
How have they never used that in an action movie?
I don't know. I want my arms and legs to be those things. It's unbelievable how cool it is. How
you want them to get chopped off?
No, I want to have the circular.
I see.
Arms and legs that are circular spinning saw
So you're like
blades.
superhero circular saw man.
No, just to solve my own life problems. Not.
It seems like the legs might be tough to have.
You think just arms?
Yeah, because I mean you're walking around and you're like chopping everything up. It seemed really awkward.
Well, you can turn them on and off. I think they don't constantly spin. I just think there's not very many problems in this world that I don't think I could solve if I had arms and legs that were buzzsaws.
Yeah.
You know, I forget which one I sent you. Yeah, this is so cool.
What's the view from here?
You'll see.
Oh, there's the
You
chopper.
kind of get everything.
Oh, it's only 2 minutes too. All right.
Yeah. You don't need a ton of time.
Boy. That is the thing. It's tolling. Holy. How do you get a license to do this?
You think no way? There's no such thing as a license to do this.
This seems like it could go
cool.
so wrong.
So cool.
It's suspended like 100 feet below it, too.
And it's just a rope. All it is just a rope with knots on it.
They can't fly this like near anybody.
Yeah, they're doing it like here. They're doing it not near a road. It's just where two power lines go through a forest. But look at that. Look how quickly it cuts through those, substantial limbs of big scrubby pine trees.
Who invented this?
The most awesome man that's ever lived on the planet. I know who invented the helicopter, Jarrod. Well, not invented the helicopter, but who first came up with the idea of a helicopter? Look at that thing. Isn't that awesome?
Da Vinci.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio, Da Vinci.
But you gotta be like, some guy's like, what if we just had a helicopter with a saw under it? And like just a regular saw? No, a saw the size of what a helicopter would hold. Because that's what it is. It's like a chain. It's like a huge chainsaw.
Yeah. Oh, look, it got stuck there. Oh, wow.
Oh, and it's on fire. And it's
Well,
near the
got
power
out.
lines. Yeah, they cut the video off quick.
Yeah, right, yeah. Okay, time to stop filming and make sure the fire goes out.
Yeah, and we burned out. And that was in California or something, and the forest was burned out.
But I don't know. Just
Sure.
the amount of brilliance that went into the whole that activity happening. Somebody had to come up with the idea for a helicopter. Someone had to come up with the idea for a combustion engine. Somebody had to, I don't know. There's just so much stuff going on in that little thing, and it's so dangerous and so, I don't know. It was just sparked my interest. So this girl Robin, she said, "Yeah, we do that," and I couldn't stop watching videos this week of trees getting cut down by a 20-foot long buzzsaw suspended from a helicopter. I was like, I want to watch that in person sometime. It's not a very old practice. I feel like they came up with it in the 80s. I read a little bit about it.
There's got to be a guy who's like the legend who came up with it. Who's like, everybody's like, you can't do that. And then he just did it one day. And everybody saw it, and it was amazing. Because the first guy couldn't mess it up, right? If the first guy chops down all the power lines and sets the whole city on fire, then they're never doing it again.
Well, I know we're doing this for comedy's sake, but I would think that they wouldn't do the test run by power lines, right?
Yep, they gotta. They only.
We
He's
gotta
only
make-
gonna get. He's
We
only
gotta
gonna
make it
get
just
one
like it's
run,
going to
right?
be in real life, Rodney.
He
Get
might
one
only get
chance.
one run. He might only get one run at it.
What would be really cool is if they did something in Manhattan with that thing,
Oh Jesus!
you know?
Again, it should be in like a horror movie or an action movie. That
Yeah.
thing.
Or a superhero movie starring me with arms as those things.
Oh boy. He's probably, once the one worked, he's tried to add it to everything, I bet.
Yeah.
They eventually had to put him out of commission because he was just trying to add saws to every piece of transportation.
So your car doesn't need to have buzz saws along
Nice.
along the wheel wells.
What if I got to cut myself out of a tree?
What if my car's stuck in the woods and the only way I can get out is going forward?
Yep. Saw car.
Saw car.
And he puts it on a 76 Cadillac Eldorado. Cool. Well, yeah, so my follow-up, I mean, we could go back to some other stuff too, but I saw this article on Ars Technica, which said you can now buy a flame-throwing robot dog for under $10,000. Thermonator is completely legal in 48 U.S. states. It's
Flame-throwing
9,000.
what? Dog.
Robot dog.
Dog.
It's $9,420. Do you want to hear what people would use it for? It can do a 30-foot flame-throwing range. Yep. Yeah, it can be fueled by gasoline or napalm, which I don't know how.
Oh, nice. Okay. I've always wanted a dog that shoots napalm out of its mouth, fire out of
And
its
you,
mouth.
and you can control it through a smartphone. And it said here are the reuses. Wildfire control and prevention. I don't know how it will control a wildfire and prevent it. Agricultural management. So maybe your dad wants to get this instead of the... This would be the coolest, though. Snow and ice removal. If all of a sudden it was
Sure.
like a snow day and I got my robot dog out there flamethrowing my yard.
The Sisks can get us out. They'll bring Fido. Fido up to the driveway.
and entertainment and SFX.
Sure. That's what I would use it for.
Yeah.
$9,000 seems expensive, I think.
For a flamethrowing
I don't know
dog
how much
controlled
is
by your phone?
How much does it cost to buy just a flamethrower that doesn't look like a dog? Just a regular old-fashioned, run-of-the-mill handheld flamethrower.
I guess it says Elon Musk in 2018 offered a flamethrower for sale, and it was $500.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, $9,000 is pretty expensive. So you're really just buying the fact that it's a dog that shoots it out of its mouth.
Yeah.
Well, being as that I've turned in my life, used to be a dog person, I've become a cat person, I guess I'd be more interested once they come up with some alternate models, you know. I'd like a flamethrowing cat before a flamethrowing dog.
It doesn't really look like a dog, so I think they just kind of picked it was a dog. I mean, its head is a flamethrower thing.
But does it have ears?
No, I mean, it could be a cat. It has a little bit of a head thing, but I think it could be a cat, too.
So it's kind of amorphous. Doesn't really have...
Yeah, it's just got a flame. It's like a four-legged thing with a little bit of a head with a flame-throwing gun on its back.
Huh.
You want to see the video of this? I guess it has a video. I didn't watch it. I feel like we're doing a lot of videos on a podcast.
Well, one of these, I thought mine would be good for Paul. I thought we could use one of these instead of our pictures. Our talking could go alongside.
See, it doesn't really look like a dog.
Whoa. No fucking way. So,
right,
folks, this is it's
exactly it's got a laser.
Like. Oh, wow. It's, you know, I mean, it looks like something out of Star Wars. It kind of looks like, what are those creatures called? Those tall, like a miniature,
bobcat?
Almost looks like something like an alien, like a movie alien to me.
Yeah.
It's kind of got sort of a cat-like body with like kind of like a monkey head.
It's a good call.
There's a thing mounted on its... God, that move's creepy. God damn it, that's scary.
When are they going to show it burning stuff?
Yeah, when the crescendo of the song hits.
Oh, it's building up.
Here we go.
Oh, boy. Whoa.
Oh.
That's kind of a freaky... It said, now I've become Death, the Destroyer of Worlds.
Yeah, that's that Oppenheimer quote.
So they're not really selling it as something that is going to do anything good.
Well, the video is making me excited.
It can
How
jump,
the dog
too?
jumps? This is maybe the best invention I've ever seen in my life. As a guy who hates technology and technological advances, this is amazing. Look at that.
Imagine your dad doing your weeds with this thing. Throw Flame. That's the name of the company, Throw Flame.
That makes sense.
We both brought destructive technology stories.
Oh, I thought of, a couple of weeks ago, I was listening to one of the older episodes. It was the one where I said that I wanted to burn down a house. I think I confessed to wanting to do something else destructive that I'd never done before.
Push someone down the stairs.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, I said I wanted to push someone down a flight of stairs.
That kind of freaked me out, but...
I want to break a beer bottle over somebody's head, too. I've never done that. I've seen that in movies a bunch of times, but I've never done that either.
You think it would break as easily as it does in the movies?
Remember we tried to do it to one of our friends in college. I can't remember which one.
We tried to break a beer bottle over there?
I think it was Werthammer. I feel like I remember us trying to break a beer bottle over like not over and over. Or maybe we kind of were threatening to. I forget. But I know we never did it. And it's just something I've always wanted to try.
Did we hit him in the head with a beer bottle?
I can't write. It was the night that Ross shaved his head and shaved his pubes and got naked on the balcony across the courtyard from us. In our mine and your lives,
just a wonderful night.
It's a memorable night. Yes. I know you guys out there at home weren't there, but
what did
just
we do?
picture one of your
really
friends shaving his head, shaving his pubic hair too, for some reason, and then going over to, like, we lived where there was a courtyard in between us and the other side of the dorms.
He just peed off the balcony, right?
Peed off the balcony. I remember seeing his ass from across the courtyard. He was mooning us. I mean, it was very sophomoric college humor, but it was really funny at the time.
Sure.
I can assure you.
I'm laughing right now.
To see your friend, who's kind of a handsome Ricky Schroeder-looking kid, for the next
he's
3
a
months of his
Strathaven
life,
boy.
from the next
Strathaven
three
boy.
months of his life, walking around with shaved head. I think he might have shaved his eyebrows. He looked like, when young people shave their heads, they sometimes look like not that good.
No, that was before. Now it's gotten sort of in.
For kids to shave their
Bald.
heads?
No, just you could be bald though. You could shave down.
Well, I think you and I can shave our heads, but I think if we were 12 years old, it would look weird. Although we weren't 12 when we were in college. I don't know why I went with that number. I forget why we were talking about how we said talking about Ross. Oh, breaking a beer bottle over somebody's head.
Yeah.
Just another destructive thing I'd like to do at some point in my life with a willing counterpart. Someone I don't want to break. I don't want to.
Yeah, I see.
Go to jail.
Was the stairs someone who was willing as well?
Well, no. In my mind, it's never been like, hey, can I put? It's like, I'll just see like an old lady at the top of the flight of stairs. I'll be like, it would be funny as hell if I pushed you down this flight of stairs.
Even an old
right
lady?
now.
Wow.
Like, the worse it is, the funnier it is to me. Because I know I'm not going to do it. Like, if I actually did
it's
it,
like
obviously
funny
it
in a
wouldn't be
movie.
fun. Yeah. If I actually pushed old ladies downstairs, I know that you probably wouldn't want to do this podcast with me. My mom wouldn't love me as much as she does. I'd have a lot of things that are different in my life. If I was
I'm wondering what your line for your mom would be. That might be it.
If I push people downstairs for fun?
Yeah, if that became like your thing, like you're just like shoving people down.
I think that'd be yeah. But you're saying it like, oh, he was doing all these. He was doing these certain things, but then like there would be something that led up to me pushing old lady. I've never done anything close to that. I've never done anything. I mean, I've done weird things. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Sure.
You've never done anything that violent.
Yeah, I live my life in accordance with like the do unto. Well, I don't like physically hurt people on purpose, I guess.
Sure. Just mentally.
I do that. I like doing that.
Well, so if it ever happens, we should probably question what's going on. Like, it doesn't seem like Mark, and it's quite a leap from his usual pranks that he's done.
Ever since he got his arms and legs replaced with saw blades, he's been a different guy.
Yeah. After his floor, he replaced the whole thing, and it leaked again. That really just drove him over the edge.
Yeah. Yeah, we shouldn't have given him access to that Swedish doctor that performs arms and legs saw surgeries.
Same guy that makes people taller also will put saws on your arms and legs.
I'll do anything you want with your arms and legs. Whatever. You want saw? Yeah, saw blades? Sure.
Nice.
Whiskey bottle? Yeah, that's kind of what I remember. It was a good, like, college drunk night.
That's like
so I don't remember particulars, but I remember
I
remember holding a bottle against the back of somebody's head and being like, "You really think you can take this?" And I feel like it was Wordhammer, and then I think we sort of like, "This is going to be a bad," we came around to thinking. I remember I was going to let somebody shoot me in the stomach with
was that the same night?
Mortars, fireworks mortars once.
Oh.
And I was like, I don't think it'll like blow my stomach out or anything, because I thought what it would do is it would hit me and then fall to the ground and then explode. But I didn't let them do it. I thought, like, if I'm wrong, this is gonna suck. So maybe I shouldn't even include this in the episode, because my mom will be like, "You did what? You were thinking of letting somebody shoot you with fire?" And I have, I've let people shoot me with fireworks a bunch of times in my life. Now, I have a scar on my ankle from we used to shoot Roman candles at each other, and I was running away
That's a bad idea.
I was running away from somebody. I remember I was laughing hysterically, getting Roman candles shot at me. Spun around, tried to shoot my Roman candle at the guy that was shooting Roman candles at me, and I tripped over a horseshoe. Horseshoes, the thing that sticks up out of the ground that you throw the horseshoes at. The horseshoe target.
Yeah. In the game, yeah.
Tripped over one of those things and ripped my ankle open.
Oh, wow.
4th of July. I've done a lot of crazy shit on 4th of Julys in my life, too.
So you probably should just stay home that day. I actually have one story besides the robot fire dog.
But that was a good one.
This actually was another follow-up. Both of mine were follow-ups. So this guy made a billboard in Texas, and it says, lonely male can relocate Sweetwater. So I guess he wants to go to Sweetwater. He's in Sweetwater. Seeks female, marriage-minded, enjoy karaoke.
That's the only consideration?
I guess. So, and it has his picture, his email, which is gilbertalbert@gmail.com. And a text number. And it says, don't text and drive. But I guess he wants to... Says his devotion to finding romance is matched only by his devotion to performing karaoke.
I wonder if he reacted the same way I did when we found out that Higeshi Nijui died a few months back.
That's why I thought of it. He liked to share with a single individual, preferably a slender one, between the ages of 45 and 80.
Even when you're doing that, when you're putting billboards up on a highway, you can still say no fatties, and everybody's like, yeah, I get it. I get it. Slender.
Yeah.
Please don't be disgusting. Just put what you really want there, Gilbert Albert. Like, I want literal unicorn, figurative. A beautiful woman who loves karaoke and has no romantic prospects in life other than a guy on a billboard.
Yeah, he sings. His songs span from Hippies and Cowboys by Cody Jinks, which I don't know, to Karma Police by Radiohead.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah, I know. Not really a karaoke song. No.
Not at all.
How about listen to this? So they say, what makes you a great catch? He has 3 things he answers. I bet you cannot guess any of the 3.
I can't guess any of the 3. Do they have to do with his personality?
No.
Okay.
There are items. There's 2 items that he can do, and 1 thing he loves.
He loves. Is it creepy or is it like should a girl like it? Or is it somewhere in between those 2 things?
It's not creepy or should a girl like it. It's just not anything you'd guess from a 70-year-old man.
Oh, so I didn't even think of that. He loves skateboarding, and what were the other, the 2 things he what?
2 things he does.
He can do. He can eat
or
some
makes
pussy.
one. Nice. That's what he said to the magazine.
I can eat pussy, and I can cook chili. No.
Oh, that's close.
Oh, really? I'm a cook. I like to cook. Oh,
he makes a mean lasagna.
Okay. And then
something he does
can makes money. Something about no, that's not it.
No, not money. No.
I don't know. What is it?
He does 100 push-ups a day.
What?
And what does he love?
What does he love?
The early 2000s rock band Stained.
My friend Tammy loves Stained. Maybe we should set her up with this guy.
Yeah. He's fond of the band.
Oh, and she does karaoke, too.
Oh, my God.
For real. Huh. What were the 3? Lasagna? I imagine she likes lasagna.
So his email is gilbertalbert@gmail.com. She should email him.
I'll let her know.
She could text 865-382-4399.
Like that song. 865.
Yeah, it's close to that.
299.
It says his favorite song by Stained is Outside.
I'm on the outside. I'm looking in. I see right through you. You've got no skin. I don't think the last line was right.
It's Kobe. You got no skin. It's about coping with feelings of post-breakup alienation. I guess he's not from... That's just the other part I was just reading to myself. He's not from Sweetwater. He lives... So the billboard's near Sweetwater, but he lives in Vermont. Rutland, Vermont. So he wants
Rutland,
to
Vermont. I've been to Rutland, Vermont. I had an awesome. One of my favorite. I think I probably talked about this night, but I spent a night in a bar in Rutland, Vermont once, and the guy who owned the bar, it was me and like 5 of my friends. And the guy who owned the bar was like, "You guys look like you're about whatever we were, 22 years." He didn't specify. Somehow he said like, I hate when I have to recreate things because I think sometimes I just totally make up the conversation.
Sure.
But he offered to let us go down in his basement. We went, go ahead and laugh, okay. But for the purposes of, he had an old Atari in his basement. We played Pitfall and stuff all night long. In this like dingy bar in Rutland, Vermont. It was great. I had so much fun that night.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Albert Gilberti wants to get out of there.
He must not have ever been to that bar. Hey,
yeah,
Albert, before you
text
go,
him.
There were girls there that night. You should hang out at that place. And if you're any good at Pitfall, you probably kind of get some attention.
So, yeah, because Atari was like 40 years ago. He's probably like 30 in his late 20s when Pitfall came out. So.
Yeah. So just brush up on Pitfall and go hang out at that bar. I cannot tell you what the name of it was. I couldn't have told you what the name it was that night.
He went, he's in Vermont, wants to go to Sweetwater, Texas. And they said, why Sweetwater? So can you guess why he wants to go to Sweetwater, Texas?
One of the bands that he loves is from there.
Stained has an album called Sweetwater, Texas.
What was his name? Aaron.
I live in Sweetwater.
I live in Sweetwater, not for Rutland, Vermont. Yeah, I can't stand that band.
Said he stopped there at a rest stop with his wife once and just liked the town. So that's why he wants to move there.
This guy's an impulsive dude, huh?
I know. And they interviewed someone who is the director of Sweetwater Chamber of Commerce and said, most people don't go there for romance. They have one of the largest wind farms in the world.
Ross.
So people go there to work on the wind farm.
Our friend Ross works on wind farms and wind farm finance. I wonder if he's ever been there.
Yeah. So I think this guy's biggest mistake was posting the Sweetwater part, not the karaoke.
It's weird that Ross came up twice in this episode.
I know. Do you think Ross would ever shave his pubes with a helicopter that has chainsaw on it?
Ross, would you let us use a helicopter side saw trimmer to shave your pubes? I wonder if we could do a helicopter and dangle just clippers from it.
That's going to end poorly. It'd have to be the size relative, like the forest are your pubes, and the chainsaw is the size of the same size relatively.
So just a little hairpin sized chainsaw.
And it's like a drone that flies down and chops it off.
Ross, would you let us do this for our TikTok account?
Our Instagram. So Ross, maybe Albert Gilberti, maybe you can get him a job down in at the wind farm.
Yeah, find true love.
All right, ladies, text him. Some people to listen to it, so she actually listened to it as well with Teddy on.
Okay. So she'd see a spike in our rate. If 3 more people listen to it, we see a spike in our ratings.
Everybody enjoyed it. We got lots of good feedback.
Yeah, he was a good guest.
They said they say we have good chemistry and that the episode was funny.
Yeah, I thought so too.
We went from that wholesome episode to like the one you're going to publish right now is going to have like you talking about Hitler in it. So it's quite a segue from
Hitler, and then this one's going to be he likes Hitler. He wants to break beer bottles over people's heads,
throw people downstairs.
He wants to solve problems with buzzsaw arms and legs.
We went we had Emma on, and then we had Kate on where we were talking about like killing boyfriends. So and then we had Teddy on. So we have quite a range of episodes. Not everyone will appeal to you. Only some might, but
But stay tuned. You never know.
Never know. You might have one you like.
Yeah. And I would like to clarify now that you brought it up. I did say that I didn't support Adolf Hitler's decision to try to eradicate the Jews. It was just that I think that his take on hard work being sort of a gift unto itself was rang true. Not when
he used it in a
extrapolated out.
concentration
Yeah,
camp.
not to try to
I
exterminate
don't know
an
if that
entire
was fully
species.
fully clear last week, so it's good.
I think it was. I don't think I faltered with my words, did I?
You just kept going back to it.
Look,
like,
I
it's
know.
just such a good motto. I just like really great.
Well,
and-
to a degree, I was trying to do that for comedic effect, but I also think,
Sure.
like, I just want you guys to know that I really do.
yes.
I mean, not that I really, not capital R really do.
It's really. I know people want to see gray, and like nobody's like one way or another. There's probably one guy at least. There's a few guys in history where people like, unless you're on their side of what they did,
as
people
far as
probably
hard work and stuff, yeah.
universally agree we're just like horrific people, and he's on that list. I think of.
But not a horrific work ethic.
No, probably not.
See? That's all I'm saying. You agree.
Okay.
You're with me. The mag room supports Adolf Hitler's
I'm
work
not
ethic.
with you. I'm
We support
I'm not with
Adolf
you at all.
Hitler's work ethic.
I never said that.
Do not cut off the work ethic and make it we support Adolf Hitler. Although I'm the one that publishes the show, so obviously I just won't do that.
I'm not doing it. I don't.
The mag room
I
supports
support nothing.
a strong German Nazi work ethic. That's all
Nothing
we're
that
saying.
he's done. Nothing that he's done.
I'm saying that I support this strong work ethic, but it still takes me 7 days to put out a single episode of the podcast.
Yes. Yeah, I was just hoping we wouldn't mention it this episode, and then I brought it up again. So maybe we could just edit all this out, because
The stuff about Adolf Hitler's strong work ethic?
it kind of made me uncomfortable last week as well. So
Nah, I think it'll come across. It'll come across.
sure,
good.
there's no way anyone could take that out of context and then I get in trouble.
Neither
I
of
get
us
in
have
trouble.
ever been up for investigation for a war crime of any sort. You've probably never been for any crime at all, right? And I don't think I've ever really been a suspect in a crime.
Not yet. I mean, you've admitted to wanting to do a lot of things on this podcast. So
Sure.
If something happens and you're around it, you might be.
That's
pointed
okay.
to.
I'm okay with it's all right if I have horrible thoughts, isn't it? As long as
No, but I
don't-
just mean people aren't going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Sure they will.
Like if you're at like your parents' house and your
Someone
dad
gets
like
pushed down a
falls
flight
down
of
the
stairs.
stairs, they might think it was you.
I mean, it happens so rarely that he and I would both be up the flight of stairs that I think I'm willing to take the risk. All right, if Dad ever falls down a flight of stairs, Laura, at your house, and I'm up there with him, I probably pushed him down. But I really don't think I don't think we're ever in that situation. You know,
Okay.
there's not much going on in Laura's upstairs.
Not anymore. No one's gonna go upstairs with you.
No, I would.
You're gonna
never,
be like, "Hey guys, why don't we just? I got something upstairs. I got to show you." They're like, "No, Mark, why don't you just head up there by yourself?"
Okay. But just know, all it is thoughts, though.
And your
Just-
Florida house doesn't have any stairs, so I mean, I guess the front
most people
step.
don't. Most people don't really have. A lot of people don't have two flights and 2 stories in Florida,
Yeah.
so there's not much. That's not why I moved here, but
You're like, you got to get away from your
I got
urges.
too
So
many.
you-
I gotta find somewhere flat, without any, with different building codes that don't allow for 2-story houses.
when you move to an old folks neighborhood, you'll be all set.
I had to move to a different state, but I've never actually done it. Oh, so it was just in my head. Like I just had these.
Yeah.
I was just constantly riddled with thoughts of pushing people down flights of stairs.
Yep.
I don't know. Next
all
time
right.
you're at the top of a big flight of stairs and you're standing next to an elderly woman, just think, like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if I pushed her down?
We got a lot of stairs at Hotchkiss, so I'm hoping it never goes through my head.
Yeah. It's not hard for me to suppress the thoughts. I don't have
Yeah, it's good.
I don't have to fight them off or anything,
It's good. All right, should I wrap it up? Or produced by Alberti Gilberti, fact checked by Bill.
Can be pronounced it 3 different ways.
I
At
did.
first,
I
you
did.
just say Albert Gilbert. Then you said Alberti Gilbert. And then you just said Alberti Gilberti. Are you adding... Did
I
you
like
read
that
it
you-
wrong the first time?
I like how you're paying attention. I actually don't know which one it actually is. It's one of those.
Well, yeah. It's not helpful, though. You realize that giving the information
especially if you're
going
to try to email him and that was his email address, was his name.
Alberti Gilberti.
I think it's Alberti Gilbert. But I think Alberti Gilberti sounds better. So maybe he should change his name. Fact check by Bill. Theme song by Meggie Yellock. Social media by Cousin Paul. Send us an email. magroom@hotmail.com.
Put in a video instead of our faces this time, Cousin Paul. Put in a video of a helicopter cutting back a.
Oh, yeah.
That's why when I saw that, when Robin told me about this and I found it online, I was like, ooh, this might be kind of a fun social media video.
So we got to watch
have.
that and go down to your friend's horse that serves tequila. We got lots of stuff to do next time.
Oh, yeah, I saw him yesterday, too.
Send a letter to the Mag Room, 10152 Indiantown Road, P.O. Box 9, Jupiter, Florida, 33478. Or a fax to 561-744-1831. Put down your phone this week. Don't kill your wife. And what should the third one be? We've always done a wild card. Hashtag.
Helicopter safety. Side
Practice.
saw safety.
Yeah.
Aerial side saw. For real, go online and go on Google, YouTube, and look at videos of, and type in aerial side saw. Aerial side saw. And it shows these videos of this trees getting cut back, and it's just a very cool interpolation of like man versus nature and the things that can come out of I don't know, just it amazed me, all the engineering that goes into something like that happening. I love big machinery and things that can rip through a forest or something. It's just crazy that somebody thought of that and figured out a way to get all the metal and gasoline and lubricants and all that shit right and just rip through a tree with a saw suspended from a helicopter. Just watch the videos. It's neat.
I agree. So maybe the hashtag could be, don't cut your pubes with a helicopter drone.
I want to cut Ross's pubes.
Saw?
I want to cut Ross's pubes with a tiny helicopter side saw. A drone side saw.
Okay. I would say hashtag don't let Mark do that, but...
At the top of a staircase. You're either losing your pubes or your ability to walk.
Wow.
One or the other, Ross.
With a beer bottle in your hand as well? You're just getting it all done at once.
In a house that I've rigged with fire things. And,
wow. You're just going out.
yeah. I've always said, scorched earth, that's the way I want to go.
All right.
Just take it all with me.
Well, if you can't find a woman to go with you to Sweetwater, Texas...
Hey, listeners,
just
real
with
quick,
you.
I hope you know that I'm saying all these horrible things for comedic I mean, I do have the thoughts, but I've never, like...
Is this time for you to apologize? Remember, I had the thing where Mark would like to apologize for...
Just my thoughts. I just want to apologize for having...
Trying to be funny about Hitler, joking about pushing people down the stairs, burning,
I wasn't really
lighting houses
Hitler.
Lighting houses on fire.
I really
no,
do
just
admire
stop
Hitler's
talking.
work
Just stop
ethic.
talking. Stop talking. Can we just end it? End it there.
Peace, everybody. Oh wait, if your
friend
are
won't
stuck
shut
in a
his
helicopter,
mouth,
if you're in a helicopter that's hit power lines and you're going down,
and you're Alberti Gilberti, and you're
fiery
trying to get a
blaze
wife,
of glory.
And your last thought is, I wish I had a wife who liked karaoke.
Hopefully you were listening to the Mac. You're sticking with the Mag Room.
Because everything else is cream
was
cheese.
on fire.
Oh, boy. All right.
Bye, everybody.
Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. The my groom's good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good.
No, just stop talking. Just stop talking. Stop talking. Can we just end it? End it there.